Hey guys, so I'm walking the dog, and I seem to have my best thoughts when I'm walking the dog, which is why I always seem to be making a video while I'm walking the dog, right? It just comes to me. But I just had a message for anybody whose life just, it seems like they just can't get it, quote unquote, right, who's had a lot of trauma, anybody who's been through a lot, regardless of how that manifested. I just wanted to let all you know that it's for a reason, and that to never give up and keep going, get out of that mindset. I know for a long time that I thought I was cursed. I would always say I had to be cursed. But then what I was doing was manifesting. I was creating that reality. You see, so those, what do they call it? And what's it called? I was in, we had CBT classes from 5 in the morning till 7. Thinking errors. That's what it was. Thinking errors. Oh, that's right. I had to look those up. I forgot all about those. Wow, thinking errors. And one of them was thinking you're cursed. And what was that one called? It was blaming. Blaming was one of them. Instant gratification, that grandiosity, lazy thinking. There was a bunch of them. Rationalization, judgment. There was a lot of them. I'll have to look those up. But it's true. But I didn't see at this time in my life, though, I wasn't really open to learning and receiving. I wasn't there yet. Almost, but I wasn't I wasn't seeing the full picture like I do now. But apparently, some of it's still there. So, everything happens for a reason. So I'm sure that it was, it's in there somewhere, and it has helped me unfold into the person I am today. But yeah, if you can either look at your mistakes and look at all the, trials in your life and trauma. You can look at it as a curse, and as, you can look at it as quote unquote bad. You can label it as bad. When for real, good and bad don't exist, guys. They don't. I told you this story already about my dad, how when I called something a swear word, a bad word. And he said, "Don't you ever say that again, you know how stupid you sound." And I was 7, and I didn't get it, but it stayed there for all this time. And he's like, "How could a word be bad? You put the, meaning, you give meaning to the word." Just the way, because, you know what I mean, we all could, words are words. There's, it's the intent behind the words. But anyways, I don't want to get off track, but, so you can look at it in a, it was bad. I mean, or you could look at it in a positive light, in a way, because everything you went through, will grow you into the person you will be, for your purpose. It's like the hero's journey, and but we don't see it when we're in it. And this is the crazy thing. You don't see it when you're in it. I heard someone use the example before, you see Bill, and you're like, "Oh my God, Bill, you're just like your parents." And he's like, no, I'm nothing like him. Because Bill can't see that he's like his parents, because he's the one living in it. But somebody else from that outside perspective can see it. It's clear as day. So when you're in it, it's very hard unless you which is why it's very important to practice discernment and awareness and mindfulness. So that way when something comes in, you can be like, "Nope, that's not me," and let it go. So you could take everything you went through, and it could be for nothing, and you can keep creating more of it by believing that that's what your life it is for. Like, you know, for a very long time, I thought, like, why, you know, I would think, like, you know, why is this happening to me? Like, I'm just meant to be doomed, you know, I'm cursed. Like, there's a black cloud follow me, you know, over my head. Now, I said the sun shines wherever I am. The sun comes out no matter where I am. And so many people get so crazy because, like, one time I was at the beach and it was supposed to rain the whole time. And that's all I kept saying. And I swear to you, it would be pouring down rain and I would come out and boom, the sun would come out. Right where I was at. It would not rain. And I know how crazy that sounds, but I swear to you, I can't make it up. I can't. Come on, bud, this way. Oh, we're not going that way. Don't pull me. Get my arm off. Come on, let's go. We got to go this way. Oh, he's trying to pull me all the way back down here. To the Chances Forest down here. I don't know. But, you know, it's just it's it's all the way you look at it. You know, it's the way that you think. It's your words. It's your beliefs. You know, start looking at things in a positive. Once you turn, that's like the power you hold. Like, it's so powerful. So powerful, like the power we have. Like, we can literally turn the worst thing into a positive, and that's how they don't win. This is how you take your control back, your sovereignty back. Because whenever you are looking at it in that negative light, then you're the one losing, they're winning. Whoever that, you know, like that's that. Like, when you take that power back and like say, no, I'm gonna look at my mistakes. I'm gonna look at all the death I've, you know, dealt with. I'm gonna look at all the anything, all the trauma, all the pain, all the suffering, and I'm going to look at it not in a negative way. I'm going to look at it in a positive way. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to look at it in a positive way. Like it was, whatever way you want to do that. There's so many different ways you could look at it, like, to help you, you know, live out your purpose, whether that be to help people through everything you went through. Because to know something is to experience it. You can read about stuff all the hell you want, but it's not like when you experience it. That's what used to get me the most was like when people would come, like, I always had like a problem with like authority and like even doctors and stuff, because I just never felt they had my best interest at heart. And like they would come at me and I'm like, how do you know? Like were you there? Like that's what bothered me. It's like, how can you tell me something? And I know that was something within myself that was being triggered now, but still, it's to know something is experience it. You know, experience, like, all these experiences, like, that's what it's about. That's what we are, experience, you know. It goes like, how's it go? I seen something. It was like, expression, experimentation, integration, and transcendence. And I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense. And putting a label on things really, really, putting words onto things, certain words really can mess up your whole life. Like labeling something as bad, labeling it as negative, labeling it as a curse. Just, you know, or this is one of my quotes that I've made and I stuck by for all these years. I've never heard anybody else say, so I'm like copywriting it right now. It's like whatever. But it is what it is until it is what it isn't. Wait, it is what it is until it is what it isn't. And I would always say that, and that I still say that. It is what it is until it is what it isn't. And that's that. You know, you can either choose to learn from it and grow from it, or let it consume you and eat you alive. And I'm not here to judge, because I've been there. And I don't know how the hell I got out of the situations I've got out of, the holes that I dug myself. I don't know how. I couldn't tell you how. There was some power, some higher power, you know, whatever you want to call it, God, the universe, source, and you know, my inner spirit, my inner strength, because no one's going to be there to save you. No one ever came. Everything I got myself into, I got myself out of. I got myself in it alone, and I got myself out of it alone. If you wait for someone to come rescue you, you're going to be waiting a long time. So it's like, put your boots on and start stepping in the deep and figuring shit out, man. Take responsibility and live happily.